I'm going to give you 5 things that all good golfers do, and you don't even have to be a good golfer to do these. We can learn from them and get better at golf. Number 1 thing that a good golfer does is turn up prepared. When they've got the bag, they've got the clubs ready. If we come in close here, we've made sure that we've got all our tee pegs there. We've got bundles of them here. If we get in close here, as we get into one of the next pockets here, we've got golf balls, we've got our gloves. A good player generally will always use the same brand of golf ball as well, so they know what they're doing. They've got their distance measuring device if they're using one, or a yardage book. All the clubs are clean and prepared. Good golfers don't turn up last minute looking for golf balls, asking the mate if they can borrow a tee, if they can borrow a glove, wondering, oh, where's my card? They don't come in rushed. They come in prepared and make sure that when they are getting on that first tee, they are nice, calm and confident. So real simple thing, just make sure you do that. Have a little checklist maybe on your phone that the night before you're going to play, or the day before you're going to go and play, you just go through it. Have you got your balls? Have you got your tees? Have you got your food, your drink, whatever it may be? Make sure you're prepared and go for it from there. The next thing a good golfer does, and this is a great example for us here on the 10th tee at Warrington Golf Club. As we look at this tee now and we draw a line up from where we're stood, the tee is actually pointing about 20 yards off the fairway. So if we watch a lot of golf on TV, we'll notice that when we're watching PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, the players tend to all tee off in the same position. Whether they're a fader or a drawer, they'll congregate in a similar sort of place. What a good golfer doesn't do is just walk up, get the club out the bag, think, right, okay, time to go. I've got my balls and my tees. What I'm going to do is just peg this up, and I'm going to stand where I want here, slap bang in the middle of the tee, and then I'm going to aim where the tee is pointing me. Because a lot of the time on a golf course, what you'll notice is that the tees don't point down the middle of the fairway. They could be leading you into the rough, they could be leading you into trees. They don't generally go slap bang down in the direction. Holes meander as you go through them. So what a good golfer does is think about their shot shape. They stand, they look at the hole, how they want to play it. For me, it's a little fade. Like I say, the tee's pointing 20 yards right, so I'm going to come over to the right-hand side of the tee now. So as I play this one, I can actually aim a little bit more left here. What I don't want to be doing is coming over here, aiming even further out to the right and trying to hit a big hook from this direction. What I'm going to do is come over to this side and see my little fade. So as I stand on the tee now, as I was coming to aim, we would see that I'm not actually looking like I'm aiming down the middle of the tee here. I'm aiming where I want my shot to go and how I dictate that to go. So let's give that one a little bit of a rip. And nice, my little fade, just off the centre of the fairway, and I'm safely up near the start of the green, all because I've not just fallen into the trap. And it's a little bit lazy almost. We just walk into, where's the tee pointing? Right, I'll go that direction. Don't do that. Plan how your shot shape works and try and aim accordance to your shot shape, not how the tee goes. Let's take a look at another thing a good golfer would do. Guys, if you're enjoying this lesson as well, do hit this subscribe button down there. I want you to get better at golf, and you're going to do that by joining me for your free lessons every week here on the channel. Simple, little click, it's free, do it. Let's go and take a look at another thing a good golfer does. Another thing a good golfer would do is gather information. They don't just turn up onto a tee and say, well, I'm on the 13th at Warrington, I always hit a 7-iron here. Conditions change. Every golf shot we ever hit is never going to be the same. We will find that the wind might be into me a little bit more. The tees have moved forward. These are the furthest forward I've ever seen the yellow tees here at Warrington. The pin's going to be in a different location. The temperature's going to change. So whether you're carrying something like a laser, you might have your watch, you might just be using the yardage markers out on the golf course, or an old-fashioned yardage plan that you've got. You might have wrote your own out. But what a good golfer does, and as we see it, obviously, the professionals have got the advantage of having a caddy, and before every single shot, massive conversation going on about, right, where's the wind, where's the flag, where do I want to hit this, where's the trouble. So for me today, as I come and play this one, like I say, never seen the tees up this far. It's 136 to that flag, so I now know, normally it's usually around about a 7 or an 8 iron on here, but for me today it's only going to be a 9 iron. If I would have pulled that 8 iron, I would be flying that green and it wouldn't be good. So a good golfer, like I say, get some information. Doesn't have to be loads, but they just gather a bit of information. And I would suggest, if you've not got a course planner, get a course planner for the course you're playing. You could see something on there that you didn't even know was there as you actually look at it with your eye on the course. You might see a little bunker, a pond, or whatever it might be. It'll give you distances to front, middle or back. Just gather a little bit more information, and don't treat every shot, especially if you're playing at the same course all the time, don't just walk up and think, 13th hole, it's that club again, because I guarantee sometimes those shots are going to change. So for me, I've gone down to my, I've picked the wrong club there. I've gone 8 iron because that's normally roughly what it is. I need to get my 9 iron out. I've gone for a 9 iron today because of the distance, and now I can make a confident swing knowing that with that pin being a little bit on the left, I probably want to work away from it. I'm not going to aim dead at this flag because it's not in a good spot. So got the right club. Oh, and I've just pulled it a little bit. It's not going to be my best work, but it was pin high, but I've ended up in a bunker. But get a little bit of information. A good player always has information before the shot that they're about to hit. Let's go and find out another thing a good player does. Another thing a good golfer does is they don't always hit good golf shots. Like we saw from that last one there, I turned it a little bit too far left. But what a good golfer does, they don't react to every single shot they make and then try and completely change the swing on the next one. They think, okay, wasn't my best swing there, I know my swing feeling. I've got one swing thought, I might have 2 maximum, but I'm going to stick to them all the way around this golf course. Because the amount of times I hear people who come in for lessons with me and they say, oh, you know, I got out there and I tried what you said on the first hole and it didn't work. So then I switched to what I used to do a little bit and that wasn't working too well. And then I tried another little tip that I'd seen. And then my friend told me as well that I lifted my head. So I tried changing that on the 4th hole. And we've gone through 4 holes where we're actually playing golf swing. We're trying to fix what's going on with the mechanics of our golf swing during a round of golf. You don't have to have the prettiest golf swing. You don't have to have the best golf swing in the world. All you've got to try and do is just manage the ball around there. And it might mean you don't hit it the best when you're out on the golf course, but you can scramble a score out. So a good golfer, even though I've just hit that one a little bit left, for me, I'm always trying to hit a little fade with my irons. So I know my swing thought, I check my grip, and I hinge and I turn is my swing feeling. I get to my next shot and I'm confident that I'm going to do that, and I just believe it. I don't change my thoughts and think, oh right, scrap it all. I've got my swing thoughts, check my grip, hinge and turn is my feeling. And there, I've got my tiny little fade back, all because I stuck to what I'm trying to work on. I'm not chopping and changing all the way through the round of golf. Let's go and check out the 5th and final thing a good golfer does. And the final thing a good golfer would do, they would try all the way till the end. The amount of times, and even me, I'm guilty of it, in the past when I wouldn't be having a good round, I'd just think, do you know what? Can't be bothered, I'm not even enjoying this. A good golfer would not have that attitude. They would say, right, I'm in it for the fight, I'm going to stick it all the way out, and do you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. I'm lucky to be out here. It could take one shot for it all to change and I get on a good roll. So even if this was my final putt here on the 18th and everything's not gone to plan, do you know what? I could still hold this for a birdie and it makes my score 1 better than it was if I were to miss it. And lo and behold, oh, just misses, but I gave it everything. I tried my hardest all the way out and I've enjoyed it. Like I said, we're lucky to be out here. It's a great game. Don't let a bad shot affect your mind too much. Your next one could be even better. So go out there and try your hardest on every single golf shot, and make sure you're doing those other things that all the good golfers do, because like I said at the start of the video, you don't even have to work on your golf swing to do them. We can all do those things. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson this week. If you have, do remember to hit that subscribe button down below. I want you to get better, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Let's go and tap that one in.